Hey folks, this is Alan Jones at HiFi Buys. I'm in our Legends room and we're getting ready to do a little bit of an in-depth video on the brand new KEF Reference 5 Meta. So join us. Hey folks, thanks for joining us again. I've had a relationship with KEF for a few years, but personally I've had a relationship with them for some time. It goes back 20, 30 some years ago. I've been the owner of pairs of 104.2s, 107s. That was one of the more unique things that they had done with the woofer configuration. KEF has always been an engineering company, and they are a first-tier company, so they bring in raw goods and put out product on the other end. One of the things that I do really love about them is the ability to take something that they started a long time ago, which is concentric drivers, and we know from physics that basically that they have a pretty wide dispersion on them. They're very good for in-ceiling speakers, very good for in-wall speakers, and also when you have a speaker out in the room, so dispersion matters. And what that means is that we get more of the frequencies out into the room further in a larger area from each speaker. So it tends to have very, very large sound stages. And that's something I would say that the new Ref 5 Meta actually nails. It is a big, big sound. I've always loved panels, line source type of stuff, and the thing you end up finding is that they always seem to have a large sound because there's a lot of driver there that's coming. This is done differently, and I can't necessarily from an engineering standpoint tell you why, but I know it's to exacting standards. And what that means is they build a what we call a reference, excuse the thing, but the reference, this is their top line speakers. They also have the blades that are a little different, but this is where they're putting everything that they can into the speaker without the compromises that they have to do at price points. So this is not an inexpensive speaker. It's not a light speaker. It weighs 130 pounds, actually 132. And you end up finding they're available in 3 beautiful finishes. You'll see the finish we have on the speaker here. Also available in the white and the black gloss. You can also get covers for them if you want. We think they're absolutely attractive as they are. To get back to the sound, I was listening to Mickey LaMancha's new recording, and y'all should listen to it. You end up finding it's got a nice lady on there singing. But you end up finding the sound is large, detailed, scalable. By that I mean you can really get up there and the speaker does not lose it. You can go way down in volume, and again with proper amplification you end up finding you get all the detail you want at the lower volumes as well. It is an all aluminum driver set. The woofers, mid-range, and the tweeter are all aluminum. You end up finding they have kind of a patented technology that they use in front of the tweeter. It's their waveguide, but it's called Unicore, and the drivers have been used in the new LS50s, LS60s, all the way across their line, and I just think that there's something special about what they're doing. I also have had the pleasure of listening to a Ref 3, and it's a very same sound, just not quite as big as what we end up getting out of the Ref 5. The Ref 5 is for big rooms. It does have 2 ports on the back, and the ports you can actually unscrew on the back, and they have different sizes of things that you can do to help tune the bass in the room. So you end up finding we can work these in several different rooms as we have already, and we found that works pretty much magically. So again, a great job by them. The thing that I find is all this is built in the UK. They're actually handmade. And what happens is one guy takes one speaker all the way through the line, and then a different guy will bring the next speaker through the line. And they don't have one for each speaker, but you get what I mean. And you end up finding that when they do the reference, and this was getting back to where I was, but when they make a reference, what they do is then they test it in their anechoic chamber. And this is the speaker they know they want to produce, again, without compromise. And what they've done is now what they do is they measure every other one that comes out of the factory, and they're all handmade. And what you end up finding is that it has to be within 0.5 dB throughout the entire range. And that's from 25 hertz to way beyond 20K. So again, you know that what you see is what you will get. And that's the thing that I love about it. It's done to absolutely exacting standards, as it should be done in all the upper end speakers today. And I think that's kind of starting to kind of be true in the industry, and I'm excited about that. Consistency is important. We want to make sure that we can build a product that one after another is going to come out of the factory with the same ideal, which is basically bringing music to us. I think one of the things that really struck out to me, and it has to others from what I've seen out there as well, this speaker it's kind of emotional. It gets to you. You can feel it. People ask me a lot of times about analyzing a speaker, and I've said this many times online, that if something feels good to me, then it is good. Because it doesn't mean that it's lacking or adding or whatever in something. It just means that, gosh, it has a great feel. It brings emotion to me. And that's something that this set of speakers does in every way that I've been around speakers in. So again, even at $22,000, they're expensive, but I think a really good value in the industry. And I'm very proud of KEF for what they've done, and we as HiFi Buys and our employees, we're very proud to be carrying them. And we know you would be too, to put them in your home. Gosh, come down, take a listen. This is a pretty reasonably priced system in the world of what I'd call high-end audio. And I think you'll find it to be one of the absolute best systems, dollar for dollar, that you can find out there. So again, very proud of KEF and Class A. The combination is really pretty tremendous. We love it. So come down, take a listen, and thank you very much for spending a few moments with me today.